My coming out experience was hard. I was bullied throughout school. My classmates were not supportive, which I kind of expected because we're in the South after all, but I was severely picked on all throughout high school. I was spit on, I was kicked, abused. They would say provocative jokes that were demeaning and crass. And it got worse before it got better. They would yell derogatory things at me in the hallway to lower my self-esteem, and it worked. Although my family was very supportive of me coming out, and I think they're the only reason I survived school and the bullying that I had to endure, just because I was different. Being bullied has changed me. It made me not really care what people think, and it made me realize that the only opinion of me that matters is mine.
My coming out experience is a little different than others. My school didn't really bully me, but I was just horrified about what my family would say, so I didn't even tell them. I just wrote a note and left. I went to college, I moved away, I started having more relations with men. I couldn't stand the fact of what they would do if they found out. It was an awful thought to think, and now that I look back on it, I wish I would have told them sooner. Let me start from the beginning. It was kind of a tragic experience. My dad was in the military and he came home, and I didn't know what to do at this point. So like I said, I moved to a college. I had a roommate. I started being in clubs with gay people. It was a really good thing for my life, but I missed my family, and my roommate knew that. So he called on my father, and my father came down to the university, and he said he didn't care. He didn't care if I was gay. He would love me either way. It was a really amazing moment and a really amazing feeling that he was fine with it, and so was my entire family. But some of the jobs I had, the people on there weren't very accepting. They would laugh at me, they'd poke at me, make fun of me, but I didn't really care because I was comfortable with my sexuality, and as long as my family didn't mind and my friends didn't mind, then screw other people. Screw them. That's what I have to say.
Coming out for me was an okay experience. The worst part came in middle school, and it was mostly because people assumed that I was gay, and it was before I even came to terms with it myself. So people would feel uncomfortable near me in the locker rooms, and it made me uncomfortable to be near them because I knew that they were judging me, and I knew that they had some sort of fear of being near me because they thought that they would get judged too. So it made me really depressed to know that people judged me, and so I went home really sad, and my parents didn't understand why. No one understood why I was so sad, and I didn't even understand myself. I was just so scared of what people thought of me, and it mostly came down when people said things and when I heard things being said about me by other people. People would tell me, well, this person said you're gay, is that true? And I wouldn't answer the question because I was so scared. And I was mostly scared because my father is very closed-minded, and I never wanted to lose that relationship with him. So I didn't tell anyone, and I just was very sad, and I kind of figured out why I was sad at the end of 8th grade. And I still didn't want to tell anyone because, for example, one time I was presenting a project and someone called me a faggot, and it just terrified me of what people would say because people laughed at that joke that they said, and I thought it was very mean, and I thought that it was very evil for them to say, for them to assume, and to terrify me like that. So coming out for me 2 years later was an okay experience. I mean, I had mostly good reactions, but the bad ones didn't really affect me. My father's reaction was probably not the best, but he doesn't talk about it, which is better than him disowning me or putting me out of a home or something like that. The hardest part, I would say, was probably in middle school when I got bullied, and it wasn't even when I knew why I was being bullied. I just thought, oh, it's just they're assuming, and I denied the fact that I was gay until 9th grade. So it was very hard for me to get through that part.
I am
I am
flawless.
I am
fierce.
confident.